All right, time for some more ramblings of the old man here. Just some stuff I've been thinking about with everything that's going on in the world today. Uh, Everything is so technological, and I've seen videos that families have done with the whole Corona thing going on. Now they're spending more time together. They're trying to teach their kids what it was like when they were growing up. And probably it's kind of funny and cute, but uh, there's a couple things which I think somewhere along the line we've strayed from the path. You know, we put too much into technology, but that is they've taken the life out of things. When I grew up, when it came to banking, this was before ATMs and debit cards and check cards and all that. If you had a bank account, you had more than likely had two accounts. Of course, you had your checking account, and you also had a passbook savings account, which was a little book which they would record every transaction you made. And there was no deviation from that. Unlike a checking account where you could write a check, your money stayed in there until you took your passbook into the bank, you took your deposit slip or your withdrawal slip, and you gave it to the teller, and then they would add and subtract that from the book, and you kept that in there. And to me, that was secure because that was the easiest way for me to save money. I mean, nowadays with check cards and all this other stuff, I mean, people hardly ever use checks nowadays. So you're using your bank card, and you're always taking money out of these accounts. I mean, it's just way too easy. In the old days, it was easier to save money than it is nowadays. Uh, Another thing, I personally, I would sooner have a landline phone than a regular phone. I mean, when cell phones first came out, I thought they're great to have in an emergency. You're out somewhere in the middle of the road, your car breaks down, you can call for help. CB radio would do the same thing. Uh, but landlines, I mean, I mean, sure, you had to deal with busy signals, and if the phone rang, you never knew who was calling in the old days. It was full call, what's the term I'm looking for? Call ID. I mean, so you didn't know who was calling, so you had to answer the phone because it might be something important. And now you got young kids with cell phones. Kids don't need cell phones. And so over at a friend's house, you use their phone, you call home, and say, Mom, I'm on my way home. So now, I mean, if you have four kids and so you and your wife, I mean, you got six phones that you're paying for. That's ridiculous. And it's not like the old cell phones. The old cell phones, you just talked. And then you got text. And then they got fancy, the phone had a camera on it. So I mean now it's like every phone has a little computer in it. Of course, you got to pay for that to use it. So every little device that they can cram into a phone used to come from another device. I sooner have a camera for taking pictures. If I want to look up something on a computer, I sooner look on my computer. I mean, a phone should be what it is, a phone. You know, and all this advancement that we're doing, I mean, you probably heard we're saying how the post office is going broke. Well, the post office has been going broke for a long time. But, I mean, the main thing that they do is send packages nowadays, which is what, you get your bills in the mail, but for most of them, the only thing you get is packages, which you compete with FedEx and UPS and Amazon for all that. So, but the kids today do not know what it's like to get a letter in the mail. When I was in the military, you lived for letters. Of course, now in the military, where you can be in some far country fighting, and in the base camp, they have Wi-Fi set up so you can Skype. I mean, that's fine. But if you're off in battle somewhere, and you have a free moment, you can't actually go up on your computer and draw up. No. In the old days, you had this thing called letters. People used to appreciate letters because they took the time to sit down and write their thoughts. And especially young high schoolers, people used to hang on to letters of all the little boyfriends and, or if you're dating that special person and you saved all the letters and love notes that they sent you. I mean, it's a personal thing. I mean, you send an email to somebody now or a text, it's not going to have that same thing because eventually it'll be erased. You're not going to hang on to that. But a letter you would hang on to. It was sentimental. And that's one of my issues, is that we've gotten away from human nature about things that are really important as opposed to speed. And that's why the people send texts and emails and stuff, because it's quicker. They have to have it now. They don't appreciate waiting to get something in the mail. It's just something I think the younger generations need to think about. I mean, all these so-called advancements that we have in our society, what they call progress, is not always a good thing. It's progress, it's a progression. But what it's doing is you're progressing in the wrong direction. And I'd be interested to hear what people think about that. So leave me your thoughts, your comments, whatever. Let me know. And if you have something you want to discuss with the old man, just give me a shout. Peace out.